Last February, when Huawei announced that they would be releasing a series of devices featuring a quad-core processor built in-house by the Chinese company, needless to say we were all quite a bit surprised. But several months later, here we are with one of those devices, a 10-inch tablet with a 1080p display. I'm Kevin Krause with Phandroid.com, and today we're taking a look at Huawei's MediaPad 10 FHD. The MediaPad 10 FHD features a 10.1-inch display with a 1920 by 1200 screen resolution. It's an FHD IPS display, and it looks pretty great. We'll see a little bit more of it later. Within the tablet, there's a Cortex-A9 quad-core processor clocked at 1.4 GHz, and this is one of the processors developed in-house by Huawei, specifically for their line of devices, which also includes the D-Quad phone and a few others. So, even though the display is pretty beautiful, before you even power up the device, one of the first things you're going to notice is just how thin this thing is. That's 8.8 millimeters in thickness. Really solid construction as well. It doesn't feel cheap like Huawei devices are sometimes known to feel. So you'll see on the back of the tablet some of the materials used. There's like a metal bottom piece here that's probably an aluminum or a thin metal, but very solid feeling. And then you have a little plastic insert up top. That's where you'll find the Slate's 8 megapixel camera with dual LED flash. It's a full HD 1080p camera that can capture photos up to 8 megapixels, videos up to 1080p resolution. You also see around the back here there are two speakers here, and they are compatible with the tablet's 5.1 Dolby surround sound that's built in, and you get that on all the sound that's going on the tablet. At the top of that panel you'll see a little slot for micro SD card connectivity. You can put there for expandable storage. The bottom of the tablet features a proprietary connector for accessories, charging, etc. A keyboard dock is an option, not included, but you can pick that up as an additional accessory. Around the side is an 8mm headset jack. And finally, around the other side of the device, you'll see the power on-off standby button and volume rocker. Inside the MediaPad 10 FHD, there's 8, 16, or 32 GB memory options. There's a 6600 milliamp hour non-removable battery as well. Battery life is pretty good with this thing, even with the dual-core processor and high-res display going at full blast. So let's power this bad boy up and take a little look at some of what's going on with the software. You'll see we get a pretty basic ice cream sandwich build on here. It's Android 4.0.4. Slide to unlock. You have your, if we go back to the screen, you'll see that you have you can drag to go to the camera, gallery, email, launch whatever. So we can slide to unlock here and come up with our home screen, and you can see just applications. Here's actually the main home screen, your basic widgets and applications and whatnot. So we're looking at a pretty basic Android 4.0 interface. You have your, of course, multitasking, virtual buttons, your notifications little drawer here. There is actually some minor customization going on. Huawei has added in a little dock of quick toggles for various things, airplane mode, brightness, Wi-Fi, etc. You still get your notifications and everything there. An interesting choice here was to switch out the standard applications drawer button for this little plus arrow, and when you hit that you'll see that that's going to launch your widget browser, and you're going to have all your standard Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich widgets, resizable and etc., Gmail, what you would expect. You can bring them right onto your home screens, but I'm at a loss for exactly where you find the applications drawer. I've looked all over, I can't really uncover it. You can just add the applications right to your home screen, and if you run out of home screen space, a long tap allows you to add additional screens. So there is some expandability there, but would like a more transparent app browsing experience that didn't require taking up unneeded home screen space that could be used for widgets or whatever. Another area where Huawei has changed up Ice Cream Sandwich a little bit is in the camera interface. You still get your standard camera functions. You can get your panorama mode and everything like that that comes with Ice Cream Sandwich, and also the enhanced camera speeds, And actually just going back there, you'll see that Huawei's added in a few other different sorts of shots, low light mode, burst mode, HDR, and you get a few added effects, Instagram-like effects that you can put on your photos, as well as some funny warping effects to put on faces to kind of get those iPhoto eyesight kind of things you can get. Otherwise, pretty basic camera. Settings are pretty standard. You can change white balance between auto and a few modes. You have just slight different adjustments to quality and size. Autofocus also, you can turn that on and off. And things aren't much different in video mode. Get a lot of the same sort of customizations here. Some facial effects and things like that. So that's a look at what the camera provides that's different than Ice Cream Sandwich. Alright, so here's a look at web browsing on the MediaPad 10 FHD. We've loaded up everybody's favorite Phandroid.com. Going through, just kind of scrolling through the site. You can see that it's actually available in portrait and landscape modes. Everything on the tab is completely switchable between the two, but we'll take it back here just for the sake of demonstration. See if we can find a video post to actually show off the display showing a full screen video. Check out this Angry Birds Star Wars teaser. See, we'll load that up. While we're waiting for that to load, obviously, demonstrate just your standard pinch to zoom functionality and whatnot. You can do all of that. So here's the video. We'll just hit that up, pop it over. Maybe do a little full screen action there.
It's the ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
So you're taking a look at just some of the video, scrolling through, seeing what's up. The Millennium Falcon, pretty cool. Angry Birds Star Wars anyway. That'll be exciting, but that is a look at kind of web browsing on the MediaPad. Obviously, it's going to work pretty similar to everything else that you've done on an Android Ice Cream Sandwich tablet before. So one last thing I want to show off real quick. This is Riptide Gt. It's included with this tablet. Actually got to check this out back at Mobile World Congress, and obviously probably haven't gotten much better at the game since then. But this is just kind of displaying full 3D graphics, 1080p display. You can see there's obviously gyroscope and accelerometer functions in there to kind of orient the display. So that's just quick look at that. Kind of hard to play and videotape at the same time, but you kind of get an idea of how the quad-core processor handles processing graphics, and also how the display looks rendering those graphics. So that's our look at the Huawei MediaPad 10 FHD. As the name implies, MediaPad, great for media, great for games, great for browsing the web. Could use a better camera, but who's really taking pictures with a 10-inch tablet on the regular anyway? So, you know, pretty good for an Android tablet. It holds its own with the big boys, the Note 10.1, the Transformer pads, and all those things. It's got the power, it's got the great display. It's worth checking out. The Huawei MediaPad 10 FHD. I'm Kevin with Phandroid. Thanks for watching.